the 250 podium from Anaheim 2. And we're going to go ahead and start with Christian Craig. I'm going to ask you the same question Michael Mosiman just asked you, and to reiterate, at any point during that race, did you think Michael Mosiman and you would make contact?
Yes. Yeah, I did. I knew he was going to put up a fight for the lead. Why wouldn't he? So when I passed him, he had the next corner, the inside in the next corner, and I was expecting to expecting a front end right in front of me. So, yeah, I mean, he gave me a couple inches, and then, I mean, I think he maybe was just like, all right, let's try to latch on to Christian. I can make a pass back, and he did put his front end in a couple corners later. So, respect. It's fun to battle with someone that, is not going to clean your front end out at any time.
Well done. Thanks, Christian. All right, let's start with Jason Wygant.
Yeah, thanks, Jason Wygant, Racer X. I'll go to you, Michael. Once you got behind Christian there, you were close for a while, then he pulled away a little bit, you closed in a little bit. Where do you think your strengths or weaknesses were speed-wise compared to him?
Ooh, good question. I think my strengths were pushing through rhythms. I think my weaknesses was the sand. And maybe just like one or two passes of the whoops. The whoops, they're so gnarly that it's a little bit hit and miss, I think, for everyone out there. And so, and then I honestly didn't know where we were at in the race, and I thought I had more time. And, props to Christian. He freaking rode awesome. But, yeah, anyways, I'm stoked. I think those were kind of where we were.
Good questions, good answers. Thank you.
Jamie.
Yeah, Jamie Guida, Moto X Pod Show. Hunter, I want to ask you about the heat race and dealing with freeze. Maybe a little frustrating. It looked like he really came over on you, I think, in that long rhythm section. Just talk about dealing with him, and then you kind of almost had a close one in the whoops while chasing him down in the main.
Yeah, no, it wasn't too bad. Like, Vince didn't really cross jump me or anything. Like I seen where he was going, he was in front of me enough. But yeah, I had a few close calls in the whoops. They were sketchy, especially on the right side. The middle to left was kind of okay, but the right hand side they were really tall and steep still. So yeah, it was kind of like I had a few close calls there. But yeah, he went down pretty hard. Seen after, so wasn't obviously great for him, but made my life a little easier gaining that position. But yeah, just didn't quite have it, didn't quite have the edge. The boys were pushing a really good pace and stuff, and yeah, just was third best tonight. So that's all she wrote.
Thanks, Hunter.
Brad?
Thanks, Kristen. Brad Gebhardt, Big MX Radio. This question is for Michael as well as Hunter. You guys have basically been playing second and third fiddle to Christian most of the series so far. How important is it to you guys, and what sense of urgency do you currently feel to kind of knock him off that pedestal right now? I'll start with Hunter.
Yeah, for sure. He's I think it's fair to say he started off the season how Michael and myself would have loved to have started off. So props to him. He's getting good starts and putting himself in the best position. And, we're still working on stuff and obviously can improve on our starts. But, yeah, it's just trying to – nights like tonight when I'm not quite feeling like I have that edge, to bring it home in third rather than maybe just push it, a little beyond myself and end up on the ground like I've done in the past. So, yeah, we're just, week in, week out trying to get better. We know where we need to improve. So we're happy to just, be healthy and fit and ready to fight again next weekend.
Thank you. And Michael, your starts are there. I think almost you might be the more frustrated of the two because the starts have been there. You've led laps and you haven't had a ton of answers for the guy aside from being able to push through those rhythm sections. Where is it that you need to make up ground?
I really think that tonight could have gone either way. I think that he had a little bit of an advantage being behind me. And when a guy is right on you and he's kind of in striking distance, it puts in little seeds of doubt. And I think that in the sand was an area where it was I just wasn't quite sure what was the best line. You want to protect the inside, but then Yeah, and so I really think we are very evenly matched. I think that we're going to have a lot of awesome battles this year, and I don't think there's a whole lot of gap to be bridged. Really, I think the deficit is there, meaning the first 2 rounds obviously put me in a little hole, but if you take the last 2 weekends and you take this weekend even, it's like in a championship battle you can afford a second every now and then, but you can't afford a 6th and a 4th. But it's a long season. I think we're gonna battle it out tooth and nail, and he's a great starter and I'm a great starter, and so I think it's gonna be really exciting. We have a lot of respect for each other, and my whips are improved.
Thanks, guys. Thank you, Kristen.
Thanks, Brad. Justin.
Yeah, thanks. Justin Schuler with Kicking the Tires. I'll ask Christian, you kind of the same question. The first 2 rounds we saw you kind of take away, just kind of right off into the sunset kind of thing. And then, third round, the opening lap crash, couldn't quite see that, but you had an amazing comeback. Here tonight, though, you had quite a challenge with Michael all race long. So what does that do for you mentally? What's your response to that, knowing that these guys are now right on your rear wheel, ready to nip at any mistake you have?
Yeah, I knew Michael was going to be good today. If you looked at our practice times, it was like a blink of an eye. So, and then he backed it up with the heat win. So we both had good gate picks, and I'm like, all right, he's a good starter. And, I got out and got right behind him and I just pressured him. Didn't do anything crazy. He made a few mistakes, and I just jumped on it. And then, you guys saw I made the pass. But what was cool, different than the other 2 wins, was that was fun battle. I've never had one of those in the main before. Like, I've had heat races like that before, but to do that in the main, that was a lot of fun. It wasn't like anything crazy. We had just a straight cleanup battle, and nothing that was like, oh crap, here he comes, or anything like that. So it was a blast.
I also had an absolute blast.
Did you feel bad at all taking the win away from the kid? I'm kidding.
He had one last week, so it's fine.
All right, Trent.
Thanks, Christian. Trent Mutto Limited. I'm going to go to Michael. On the broadcast, Ricky asked whether you would be kind of upset with this, bummed out about losing the race you did to Christian, or if you're going to be happy with it because you know what you have to learn. So what are your thoughts? How do you feel about, coming second tonight, and what do you take out of tonight's racing?
You know what? It takes a lot for me to be bummed. I think that the first round I got 6th, and I came off the track and I just had so much fun. I rode good that day. Stuff didn't go my way, and so it takes a lot for me to really get bummed. And I think that I just, my outlook and my just kind of my approach to things is if I'm gonna come off the track, I just race in front of a bunch of fans. I rode my butt off. I freaking battled for the win. And and it was even cool. Like, Christian and I had a moment. He said, "You were just like, oh, that was one heck of a race. Like, you're a savage," or something like that. And man, that's so cool. It's like, am I gonna just, oh man, it's like, no, dude. I had a great race, and I'm gonna have a great race next weekend, and we're gonna keep this thing rolling. And sometimes I'll win, and sometimes I won't, and that's just racing.
Does Daniel
Awesome job. Thank you.
Blair want to reclaim his spot? Are you good? No. Do you have a question? No? Okay. Daniel Blair just walked in, so I was going to offer him his spot back. Let's go with Nick.
Thanks, Chris. And Nick Still, Moto Limited Show. Christian, going back to that battle, it just looked like you were so patient throughout that whole thing. Was there a part of the race you thought you were going to go for a pass, or a part of the track you thought you could make a pass? You just seemed to sit there for a long time, real patiently. Like you said, you guys are racing really, really clean. Was it just something that come to it in the last couple of minutes, or?
No, I didn't have anything set up. It was like, let's try to stick with them. I knew how close we were on times, so I knew I'm not gonna make anything crazy and try to get away or something like that. So once I did catch up to him, he made a few mistakes. I got up on top, right up close, and then I followed him for a few laps, and kind of just picked around, see what worked better. It's kind of like he kind of did that last week in the heat race with me in San Diego. So, you don't like to be in second, but you do at the same time because you're learning that guy's, where he's good, where he's lacking, and where he can make the pass. So yeah, that was a fun race.
Congratulations, mate. Cheers.
I just want to note that at one point I saw Craig's pit board and it said it said smart pass. Did you see that?
I don't know, probably.
Yeah. And at one point it also said breathe, and I was like, man, that's good advice. I'm gonna use that. He's like breathing down my neck. I'm just gonna like relax here.
I never read yours. Oh, I did see yours actually. Yeah.
Dude, I had a good lap time first lap. That's all. Yeah.
All right, Michael.
Cool. Thank you, Christian. Or Kristen.
It's
Christian,
okay.
this one is for
doesn't
you.
matter at this point. It's fine.
Yeah, Yeah, it's a long day, Christian, for you, yesterday you had a big moment. That's kind of been the elephant in the room. Talk about everything that comes along with this, especially after all the mental stuff that you've done with Connor Fields. Like, hey, you have an incident. It gets seen by everyone around the world. Everybody makes a comment about it. They're kind of looking for, is this Christian coming apart? You did that today by winning the main event. So how has this last 24 hours been?
Yeah, I think the crash with my bike ended up being the craziest part. I just kind of just ran right over that tough block, and I didn't get a scratch on me. So, but yeah, that was a dumb move to do that on press day. Just a dumb judgment, and yeah, I think it did open up a lot of people, or my people that I'm racing. It's like, is this his time he's falling apart or something like that? So, I mean, all I can do is just focus on myself. I can't control what anybody else thinks about me or says about me. So, I forgot about it. I went back out the next session, did the rhythm again, and here we are. So, yeah, I try not to do that on press day again.
Okay. Is it weird in the day and age that we're in just to see the instant reaction? Like 5 years ago, no one would have ever have seen that. It just would have been a rumor. And then now it's everywhere. It's in the broadcast and everything.
Yeah. My mechanic got the video. I'm like, should I post this and just get out in front of it? And then, I had multiple texts when I got back to the truck. There's like, oh, you Mathis saved you. I'm like, he saved my bike. So, no, but that was the nets are a good idea, first of all. Yeah, I mean, nowadays, I figured someone had it on video, and last night I had a laugh at it.
Thanks, guys.
Nick.
Thank you, Nick Stillmud, Limited Show. Let's go back to Michael Mosman. Michael, how's the week been? After your first win, finally, you got that belief that you can do this again. How was it this week, and then coming into A2 this weekend?
I just want to make a comment. Are you Moto Limited Show? Are you guys double dipping? You got two people on the. Dang, that's crazy.
That doesn't happen. That doesn't happen.
Not really fair, is it?
No, it's really not. So, you know what? The week's been awesome. It's kind of epic when like everywhere you go, everyone you see is just like hyped on you. It's like it's kind of it's almost like living in the Truman Show, where everyone just gives you high fives. It's just super friendly. Yeah, I don't know. It's been a blast, and it's been also just kind of going through the motions and just like another week, but a little bit sweeter. So, yeah, it's been sweet.
Okay, congratulations.
Jamie.
Yeah, the Moto Limited boys need two because they're limited. But
Dad
Christian,
joke.
Yeah, you're right. Christian, this kind of tags on with what Anton asked you a little bit, but being as you have the most experience, you're on one of the best bikes in the paddock. Does it bother you when you're doubted by us in the media, fans, etc.? Does it drive you? Do you even care?
I'd say a couple years ago it would have, but nowadays I just laugh at it. It doesn't matter. I mean, it's social media. You're going to have fans. You're going to have people that don't like you. You're going to have people that, doubt you. So, I mean, in the past, for sure. But I'm obviously older and more experienced, and I've learned my lesson with that stuff. So all I could do is just focus on the positive, and that's it.
Good job, man. Thanks.
All right. After Jamie, we're going to Brad, and then we are going to do finale question with Jason Wygant. So, Brad.
Thanks, Kristen. Brad Gebhardt from Big MX Radio. This one's for Hunter, since he's been sitting there so patiently for the last 20 minutes. Hunter, I don't know if you've participated in a Triple Crown Series race yet. I think you were battling an injury the last time we had one. So do you think that your strategy is going to change a little bit during this week in preparation? And in addition to that, one thing that seems to be lacking so far is consistent starting in the top 2 or 3, which is seemingly really important for those Triple Crown races. What adjustments might you make to your strategy or your bike to prepare for that?
I honestly think it might help me because, the more laps I seem to do, the better I get. And so it might be the same with the starts. Who knows? I might even get a whole shot. We'll see. But there's not much that changes really. We do the Triple Crown program throughout the week and stuff. And, I'm looking forward to it. I feel like my fitness is really good and I look forward to it, actually. I think it'll be cool. It'll be the most laps we do, out of any of the races. So I look forward to it. It should be fun. New stadium, new dirt for me. So, yeah, it should be cool. Should be a good night.
All right. Well, best of luck with that. Thanks, Kristen.
Thanks.
Thank you, Brad. All right, let's wrap it up with Jason Wygant.
Thanks, Kristen. I'll go back to you, Hunter. You were battling Michael for the win last week. What changed from week to week? Is it just the track? Is it just a feeling that you have? Anything you can put your finger on what the difference was between maybe being the fastest guy last week and then third this time?
Yeah, just didn't quite have the edge. Just wasn't really, firing on all cylinders from the get-go. It's the boys were riding really well and in this class and any class, you have to be 100% more or less to be able to win. So that was kind of just it, really. Just didn't really have it. Was a little flat. So, you're going to have those weekends here and there. So to minimize it, what could have been worse, we'll take it. So, yeah, looking forward to next weekend. We'll just go back to doing what we do during the week and, come out swinging.
All right.
Same. All right. Before we wrap this up, Michael Mosman has another question.
Yes, Michael Mosman, TLD Twirly Designs, Red Bull Gas Racing. My question is for Christian. Christian, you've obviously done a number of wins as well as Tomac in the 450 class. How do you celebrate something like this?
You can't compare me to Tomac, first off. That's 5 wins in a 250 class, and he's got
sorry.
40. So
I'm not keeping track.
Please don't do
sorry.
that.
Two also very different dad styles, by the way.
And,
Two very different dad styles.
I get to go back and...
Is it ice cream?
No, tomorrow will be wake up at 5 a.m. with my kids.
Oof.
And then sit on the couch and
Do you get
watch football.
like one free diaper duty or something?
Maybe my wife will let me do that, but no, not a lot.
No celebration,
3
no
kids.
cookies?
Maybe a couple cookies.
Oh, my gosh. That's it.
All right. Thanks, everybody.